Warning. The following video contains flashing images, sudden jump scares, strong language, and really bad jokes. You have been warned. Viewer discretion is advised. Or don't. I don't care. Enjoy.
Well. What do we have here? Is it yeah. Okay, anyways, this is off to a great start. Well, hi everybody, it's me, Luke Lane. It's been a long time since we've seen each other. In the flesh, I guess. I'm not just a voice. Yeah, so, hi, I'm alive. That's, I guess, all I have to say about that. But yes, I'm back. It's been forever since I've made a YouTube video. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Are annotations still a thing? I don't think they are. That's been gone for a while now. This is gonna be great to edit. Okay, folks, well, I guess I should address the elephant in the room. Yeah, so apparently wearing a bowler hat for 4 years consecutively will do this to people, so don't fucking do that. Ever. Why was I like that as a child? That was, no, not a good idea. So, I don't know exactly how long it's been off the top of my head, but, I think it's been about 7 years. Yeah, 7 years seems about right. So yeah, so I've stopped doing videos for about 7 years. Not that I was making videos. I wanted to, and I had aspirations to make videos, but I just never did it, so here we go. I'm here now. So I'm assuming the question on everybody's mind is, Luke, where the hell have you been? Where are the projects you said you were gonna do? Where is that Doctor Who fan series? Did I ever build the TARDIS console? The answer to all of those questions is very long-winded and not really a great... No, I didn't. I didn't do anything. So, where exactly have I been for the past 7 years? I've been kind of all over the place, I'm not gonna lie to you. Lots of things happened, and then they didn't happen, and then more things happened. That's kind of what happens in life. Things. Yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. What am I saying? What am I talking about? I genuinely don't know what the past 5, 6, 7 years have been in my life. COVID happened and then we just stopped. I don't know what happened. We just kind of, I think we all died. And we're just in hell right now because why do we have second Hitler? Why? Really? Okay. Nothing is real anymore. Bye. End of the video. Ha! You thought. All jokes aside, yes, I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. I don't know how the whole content creator thing is gonna go. I don't even know if I want to be a full-time content creator. I just know I want to make this video, and I have a few other videos that I want to make. So stay tuned for those. But this isn't... I'm not dedicating my whole career to making content. So today is April 15th, 2025. It has officially been 10 years since I started doing the thing that probably got me 200 subscribers in the first place.
Time Lord identified! You will be taken for upgrading. Leader, excellent.
Doctor, it's the enemy! Get away from it!
I am the Supreme Leader. Who are you? Exterminate! 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 Impossible. We are the Daleks, and Daleks do not burn! Exterminate!
I started fucking around with ring modulators. Yeah, it's been a very crazy, confusing story as to how I actually started doing the voices, because I don't genuinely remember like actively being like, I want to be a Dalek voice actor. I don't even think I made that decision. I think I just sort of It was a voice I could do. I put it on the internet found it, and then that was like, that is your thing. Genuinely, this snuck up on me. I was literally just talking to a coworker about how my aspiration is to be a voice actor and where I started. And I realized, oh my god, it was in 2015, it's 2025. When was it? It was around April time, so it should probably be like next month. No, it's April now, it's today. So I'm really, really rushing this video. So from what I remember back whenever I first started playing around with like voice apps, I think the first one for me, no, actually I know that the first one for me was that goddamn cat app, Talking Tom, because that's when I was like, oh, I can like pitch up my voice and fuck around with it and make it sound weird. Granted, I was like 9, 10, or 11 whenever those apps were popular. Are they still popular? Don't they have like a Netflix show or something? Hey Google, where can I watch Talking Tom?
Got it. Here's Talking Tom and Friends on Netflix.
Yeah, they do have a show on Netflix. Oh, is it just playing the first episode? Oh, this is gonna... No, let's not. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Oh, God. Why do they look like that? Sorry, I just looked at the images of the Talking Tom show. Why does it look like that? Where did the texture go? I'm trying to think of what else I was gonna say. Oh, I need my phone for my notes, and I put it over there. Okay. So yeah, that was kind of where I guess it sparked. I just thought that was cool. Like, I always loved doing impressions of people. Like, I remember before I hit puberty, I could fucking nail a Donald Duck impression. Since then, I have not been able to do it. If I do it, or well, if I try to do it the way I remember doing it, I will throw up. And I have been vomit-free since 2023. Anyways, we gotta move on from Talking Tom. Anyways, from what I can remember, it wasn't like it's kind of like hopscotch. You're jumping from one square to the next. That's how I'm telling this story. If you're not following, then I can't help you. See the nearest medical professional. It could be a vet. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
I'm the doctor. Who are you?
Cannot ever fucking escape that show. So, Talking Tom. No, the next app. So actually, that does kind of circle it back around, bringing up that goddamn show, because that's kind of that's the whole fucking video, is that. So, anyways. So at this point, I had started getting unhealthy, like an unhealthy amount of obsessed with Doctor Who. This was my hyperfixation as a child and into my teenage years, and only really stopped like a year ago. Yeah, God, I don't know what that. It's like watching. It's like seeing your favorite pizza place go corporate, and then the recipes are just off. That actually happened to me. Anyways, R.I.P. Brothers Pizza. You were so good. Now you're not. Anyways, I'm rambling. I do that a lot, by the way. I just now noticed I ramble a lot. Probably because I'm not being told to shut the fuck up every 2 minutes. So, Doctor Who has now entered my life at this point and has me in a fucking chokehold. And I only just broke out like a year ago now of the fucking bunker that they trapped me in. Good lord. Anyways, I've fallen in love with this show. I want to kind of like just at this point as like a 12-year-old just liquefy it and inject it into my veins, and I don't know how to do that, obviously, because I'm a child. So I just started playing around with apps on my phone that were Doctor Who related. I remember there was like an 11th Doctor and Amy Pond mobile game that was like in the style of the adventure games, and then I voiced an audio adaptation of one of the adventure games, which I'll say this. Later on, I'll talk more about this period of me and my voice acting career, but that was like one of my most favorite things I've ever done. That was so much fun, because I got to voice all these different Daleks. Well, I'll get into it. Anyways, and I remember I was going through the app, so there was the adventure game. There was a bunch of soundboards. Do y'all remember soundboard apps? Those were amazing. I miss soundboards, and I wish that they were still there, because that's where like I found like there were different sonic screwdriver sound effects. There were different like TARDIS interior hums. Like stuff that I just had never thought about as a 12-year-old, like, just, like, things like that. So I was like, oh my god, this is so unique. Absolute cinema. And then it became absolute dog shit. God, I fucking missed that show. Man, remember Doctor Who? That show used to be so good. Fuck, man, I don't know what happened to it. This is a fucking awful video. Why am I making this? So back to the fucking App Store. And one of these apps that I had was like a Dalek voice changer app. And I was in love with it because I could make my voice sound like a Dalek. And at this point, I didn't know, like, vocal, like, pitch. Didn't know anything. I was just going like this and into the microphone and it sounded like a Dalek. So yeah, I wasn't really putting any effort into it. And I remember I, like, spam sent these to my friends through my iPad. My first generation iPad, because I'm old. And I remember I accidentally sent one to a friend's mom because I had their email from a birthday invite I got. I vividly remember getting fucking humbled in front of, like, all these adults because she played it out loud. I think I was impersonating Peter Griffin as a Dalek. I know damn well that I was. Yes, there were no clear signs that I had autism as a child. So when that happened, I was like, okay, maybe I should not do this on an iPad where I can actually accidentally send this to someone's mom. And I remember I was listening back to some of them, and I was like, this shit's kind of good. Like, not to toot my own horn, because I was raised that, you know, gloating about your own talents was not a very nice thing to do. So I kind of started just messing around with it more and just kind of like slowly trying to progress and get better and better and better. And before I had realized that I could just get a computer program and do it there, which I'll get to later, I was like, oh, okay, so they have something that they've condensed onto a mobile app, and this is exactly how you have to do it every single time. And at this point, I'm just on YouTube. I'm discovering Doctor Who fan projects, and DW 2012 was at its fucking peak at this point. Just, it was great. Like, nothing bad ever happened at this point in Actually, no, I think Brett Underwood happened right at this point. Okay. But I didn't know about it. Yeah. I wasn't that invested yet. And so I'm going through just looking at other Doctor Who fan projects because I'd run out of things to watch because I binged the shit out of Smith Movies Inc. as a kid. Shout out to that guy. I am so sorry for emailing you back in like 2016. My bad, bro. I had an ego. I'm very sorry. This video is healing more things than I meant for it to, and this is about Daleks and Cybermen voices. I stumbled upon a video where someone was making a Doctor Who audio, which at this point I had no idea what Big Finish was. I'd heard about Big Finish, but I'm just thinking they're talking about the season finale and how cool it was. Doctor Who Big Finish. I took it I didn't know what it was. I'm sorry. I think the karma's hit me for that one. So I didn't know what Doctor Who audios was, so I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. And it was the doctor, the fan doctor, and Davros were talking, and then Daleks were in the back. But the voice was not Davros. I couldn't differentiate the two. So I think I just commented, hey, this seems kind of cool. I can voice Davros. I had never done a Davros voice, ever. I just knew I had the gravelly sound effect to do a Dalek voice, and at this point, I was like, I can do it better than you. And granted, I did, because this is where I started doing it publicly, so this kind of is how I got into it. So we start emailing back and forth, and his name is Brenton. I never learned how to pronounce his last name, but his first name is Brenton. He went by the name Doctor Who fan something. I can't remember it completely off the top of my head, but it was something like that. And we messaged back and forth. He sent me the lines and I recorded it. And I don't remember what happened next, but for the next year and a half, I'm making a shit ton of audios with this guy. I have since then lost contact with Brenton. If you're still out there, buddy, hi. I tried to reach out to you to get clips of the stuff for this video, but it's not on YouTube anymore, and I don't know how to find you. But it's the internet. I'm sure he'll turn up again soon. I would love it. I would love to do another round. That would be so fucking fun, I think. Just to go back to where it all began. So we do an audio series for about a year and a half, and at this point in Doctor Who, Peter Capaldi had just announced he was leaving. He was going to regenerate so hard his balls fall off, and it's just a stupid line. And Brent and I were talking, and we were like, how can we do another series, but really spruce things up? And he was like, well, I kind of want to take a break, because I'm about to graduate from high school, and I think that's what was happening. I might be making all of this up. It might not have ever happened. I might be locked in an asylum and dreaming all of this. I don't know, but whatever. So, I am so fucking messed up. So Brenton is thinking that we need to get another Doctor in. I had already played a previous incarnation, so it wouldn't work if he regenerated into me.
All I do is make things worse. I don't know who you are, saying I have a future with your messy hair and your rubbish scarf.
So I'm like, hold up. I know a guy, because at this point I had already met this fucking loser. Yeah. So Jericho and I, from fucking Redemption Studios, and I will die on this hill, Not So Amazing Studios was a better fucking channel name. I will die on this hill, bro. Downgrade. But okay, I kind of know why you fucking did it. It's okay. I've made my peace with it, but it still upsets me. Like I have a fucking say in that. Anyways. This video, what? If you're still watching this video, thanks. I appreciate you just listening to me ramble. So at this point, Jericho had already completed the first season of what is now known as the
Doctor Who Echoverse. Luke, you silly, silly boy. You've done it again. God damn. That's another 40 lashes for you.
Absolute fucking best Doctor Who fan film series out there. There is no comparison. Chad is the best master. And
I told you not to call him this thing.
Crime Baby Kitchen Fire, someone call.
Hell yeah. Hell, he got Crispy Pro to be in it.
Hello there.
Hello?
The guy who's now, like, working for that fucking What Culture, Doctor Who Culture, that one. I was in that with Crispy Pro.
Oh, him.
Well, technically your past is. I don't remember you. Or well, unless you're from an alternate dimension. But, you know, that's probably not the case.
Granted, he's never contacted us again, and we've tried to reach out, and Jericho, it's a whole... I don't know what's going on there. We apologize. It's the Batman Forever of Doctor Who fan films. And I fucking love Batman Forever. R.I.P. to the king, Val Kilmer. I named my car after you, buddy. So I was like, what if he did it? And all three of us, I think, hopped on a call, and we agreed, and we made a trailer. We made a live action trailer for an audio series. It was fucking cool. I really wish this YouTube channel was still up, because it's like, I want to see the cringe that we made, because I was proud of the cringe. I think back on it as cringe because it was probably such bad writing to what I've done now. But at the time, it was my best. And I just, yeah. It's nostalgia, man. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. I watch kids' movies that I watched as a kid because nothing else brings me joy. Life doesn't... I need to stop because I'm not depressed. I am very happy in my life. I would like to say that despite all the self-deprecation... Deprecation? Yeah. All the self-deprecation I've been saying in this video, I am very happy in my life. I'm great. I really am. Shit's kind of fire right now. Anyways, let's get back to the fucking Daleks. I'm so sorry for how long this is. So at this point, I've been voicing Daleks, Cybermen, because I found out that those were the same type of voice effect, and I creamed. So I'm doing Daleks, I'm doing Cybermen, I'm doing Davros, I'm doing Ice Warriors. K9 made an appearance at one time. Shit was going great. And I don't know what happened, but I fell off. And I'll tell you when it was, but it's not right now. So it gets to the point where we're about to start. We're on the cusp of starting Jericho's season on the audio series. And he's busy doing his second pilot series and wrapping that up. I did a cameo in that. I voiced a Dalek. I voiced Davros over a speaker in a dungeon. And Chad was locked up on the wall, German dungeon style. You know what I mean? And... Sorry, Chad, if you watch this. I promise I love you, my guy. Oh my god, this is such an awful video. So, and then, I don't remember how, but Brent and I just stopped talking. We didn't, like, fight or anything. We didn't, it was fine. I think, honestly, I think just life just happened for the both of us, and we lost contact, and it wasn't until it was too late when I was like, oh god, I totally forgot about all this stuff. We made a trailer, we had a cast, I had guest stars in it. Fucking guest star. I had Aaron Good from Lisa Zanette in it. He was in it. I have his dialogue somewhere. Oh my god. What a wasted opportunity to never have these lines ever again. I was so sad. Although, to be fair, one of the people that I asked what ended up murdering someone. Yikes. Whoopsie. Alright. So, something happened, and that channel disbanded. And right now, I'm super heartbroken about it because I feel like something in that needs a comeback. That would be so fucking cool. Brenton, if you're watching, hit me up, man. It's been 10 years, my guy. You're the reason I'm right here. So, from Brenton then came this group of people. They were some of the most diabolically horrible people I've ever met. Let me back up. Because not all of them were assholes. There were a few good ones, but the OG Time of the Whovians United YouTube channel was so... I cannot describe how controlling that group was. And I'm saying this now from an adult perspective and not trying to disrespect any of the members individually, but that whole channel behind the scenes, not a good time. At least for me. And there were some people in that who have now done some fucking questionable shit. And I know that not everyone knows their story like I do. And I still see them popping up in the fandom. And I question every damn day why you're still active. Not alive. I don't wish death upon you. I just don't be famous. You know? You ever just wish that? Like, why are you famous? Just stop. You're not funny. You're not attractive. You're not cool. Just, why are you famous? Fucking loser. And it was at this point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a Doctor Who fan film series, and it's gonna be so fucking cool, because I'm the kind of person who's like, go big or go home, motherfucker. And I'm already living at home, so all I can do is go big. Little did I know that meant gaining fucking 80 pounds in the span of 3 years after this. I'm working it off, I promise. I say as I'm about to down a fucking thing of ice cream later. What else happened? So yeah, at this point I'm like, I'm going to make a Doctor Who audio fan series. It's going to be live action. I'm going to build a TARDIS because that one guy did it and it looked super cool. And blah, blah, blah. All this fucking shit happens. And I actually did build the TARDIS console. Yeah, I forgot about this. I built it. I had all the controls for it. I put it I cobbled it together on a table that I was going to carve into and add to make it the actual thing the console rested on. But I remember just kind of mounting it all awkwardly on like PVC pipes, boards, and step stools. And it was never fully put together. And it stayed like that for about maybe half a year. And holy hell, I remember I actually borrowed some guy's screen accurate 9th and 10th Doctor's TARDIS exterior. And it was just sitting in my back room, just collecting dust, man. And I never fucking used it. And I feel really bad, because I didn't pay that guy at all or anything like that. Shit. That was a whole sketchy situation. I should not have done that as a kid. Oh boy. Anyways, so I built this TARDIS, and I'm just now realizing that none of this has to do with voicing Daleks. But I promise it's relative to my entire fucking story. This entire video, everything I'm saying is relevant. My notes are gone. I need to bring them back up. Okay, here we go. So, I remember we had kind of disbanded Time of the Whovians United. I stopped talking to people. People were not talking to other people because we were all mad at each other. It was just a bunch of dumb bullshit that was just fucking stupid. And I feel like, yeah, we were just a bunch of dumb teenagers. Or at least I was. I don't know about the rest. Well, the rest were teenagers. I know that part. So, we disbanded. I remember specifically what made me just totally burn the bridge between me and them. And I was sitting in a movie theater and I could feel my phone vibrating in my pocket, just absolutely exploding in my pocket, and it was pissing me off. At this point, for some reason, I'm not able to pull my phone out and just like hold the power button down. It was in my back pocket. That's right. It was in my back pocket. I was too self-conscious to like stand up because there were people behind me, and I didn't want to deal with it. But you could also hear it, like just the just in my pocket. So I exited the theater. By the way, I don't remember what movie I was watching. I would have said it if I did. Yeah, I don't fucking remember. So I opened, and this one member, whose name I will not share, but you'll know exactly who I'm talking about if you know who I'm talking about. But this boy, not even a man, this child is going off in what I can only remember as like a Facebook Messenger group chat about how Jericho and I ruined someone else's fucking timeline. And when I say timeline, I mean the lineage of fan doctors, because this was the point when I think like a YouTube channel and another were like, oh, by the way, our two separate Doctor Who series, they're actually in the same timeline. And it was like the two biggest ones at the time. I don't remember who it was, or maybe I do and I just don't want to fucking name drop them, but because I feel like that's just feeding their ego. But yeah, I just don't remember. So they were doing it, so we were like, we should do it. I was never really on board with it. I just wanted to do my own thing. That's kind of the sum of all of the problems in my life, is that I just want to do my own thing, but people aren't letting me do my own thing. Just, world, let me do my own thing, please, God. So I just wanted to do my own thing, and Jericho just wanted to do his own thing. And I'm like, what if we just do our own thing together and just have that be our own thing? Isn't that great? We love that. And we did do that. So we like separated ourselves from everyone else because we're in America. All of you are British people, so we can't really do anything together. But me and him, we can, and we did. We did 2 fucking fan films together. I feel like we should do a third, but I don't know. I really don't want to fucking do one. I do want to do one, but it's not gonna be like fucking serious. So I walk out of this movie, and it's literally just to turn my phone off. But the way my phone was, it would be like new message, and then it would say who it's from and what the message said. And I remember as soon as I saw the fucking Americans, and I'm like, me and Jericho are the only 2 American people in this fucking group chat. I hopped in there, and they were fucking saying that that me and him had ruined this other guy's like lore or some shit, and because we separated ourselves from them, like it fucking mattered. This man was actively like shitting himself. Why am I pointing back here? There's nothing here. It was so stupid. And I remember from this moment forward, I just was like, you know what? Fuck you guys. And I just left the group chat. Because I didn't realize I could just block them. I thought if I delete it, it'll go away, but I'll still have to deal with people because that's how life is. I really hope that this is interesting to people. I feel like I'm just rambling. I know I'm rambling. What was next in my notes? Okay, so I ended up just deleting the chat, but I still had to deal with these people. And I just remember slowly, one by one, all of them just started not liking me specifically. I don't know about Jericho, but I know they weren't liking me. And they were just kind of taking the piss out of me. And I was just like, I don't have to fucking deal with this. I get enough of this in high school. I'm ditching you guys. So this is when I learned I could block people. At this point, I'm like, okay, fuck everybody else, except for Jericho. He's cool. I'm going to do it my way. And how am I going to do that? Well, we still don't know to this day. Like, I do. I do know what it would look like. It would look like this. Yeah, you're not getting that fucking... You're not getting those spoilers that fucking easy. No. But shout out to these people for making these renders for me. I really do appreciate it. You guys are actually awesome. And then shout out to this guy, because he draws amazing art. Seriously, buy his commissions. Commission this man. He deserves your money, I promise, because you deserve his art. I promise. But yeah, that's what my stuff would have looked like. Just bunch of blurred images. Wait, no, that makes it seem like it's just a bunch of dicks. No, fuck. Okay, well, anyways. So, I have a plan for my series. It was going to be like 5 seasons, 10 episodes max. I was already writing like the outlines for every episode before I would go on to write the scripts. Everything was great. I was loving it. And then what the fuck happened next? My first really bad breakup happened. And then I fell into a depression. So that sucked. But what did I do to cope with my with my breakup? I wrote more fucking Doctor Who shit. And I was like, okay, now I can do this shit again. And what happened next? Got into another relationship. It's okay. Things were going great. I was still going to, okay, well now I have to go to university and fucking not do the thing I want to do. I have to be an adult. Gotta get my piece of paper. Gotta spend $4,000. No, was it $4,000? I don't know. I'm adopted. They paid for my college. I don't know who they is. It's not my parents. Someone else paid it. Insurance? I don't know. Anyways, this video is a roller coaster. So I move to Austin, Texas, or like 30 minutes outside of Austin. Not actually Austin, but I moved there for about 2 years. My son is laying next to me. But yeah, that's something that happened. I am a single father of 2. I have my boy Duke, who is a dog, by the way. I would like to specify this is not a human child. Ew. And then I have my cat Noodle. I would show you them, but Duke is asleep. And Noodle's a bitch. She doesn't like me, I don't think. She has trauma. So February 2023, I've done a few more audios. Devlin happened, and then Devlin got his own series, and now there's no Devlin anymore. At least to my knowledge, I'm not sure. I really don't know. Someone needs to call Dan. Tell him that Devlin is somewhere. So from 2021 to 2023, I'm living on my own. I've got my own apartment. I'm not paying for rent because I'm in school, and I kind of just felt like I was like in my fucking success era, my independent era. So a few projects come out, some that I liked, some that I thought I would like, some that I hated, and some that I'm proud of, but I don't recommend. Does that make sense to people? I feel like that. Anyways, if you want to watch these, by the way, they're in my featured in playlist. So we're kind of speed running this at this point, but I'd like to also just kind of give a few shout outs here to Dan Patton of Fractured Timeline, Connor Chadwick from Overton Audios, and Dan Clark from DDK Productions, as well as Kieran and, everyone else from DDK Productions. They were all... We did a live stream. Me and Jericho did a live stream with Kieran and Holly from DDK Productions, and we were watching the pilot series. That's so fucking funny to me. It is still on YouTube. Go watch it. It's actually really funny, because life was good at this point. So anyways, I just want to quickly give a shout out to all of those guys, because they're so good. And of course, Jericho, Brenton, anyone who's given me an opportunity. Sam, who else? Tom, Brian, all of you guys. You will never have to pay for lines for me ever. You are on the good list. You don't have to pay me. So we're kind of wrapping up to today. So I do have a little bit of announcement to make at the end of the video, but we'll get to that. So 2023 rolls around, and I've moved back home. I go through a few jobs that I hate, and I don't really seem to be progressing forward. I got a new job, and then, just kind of everything just kind of fell apart for me. I went through another really fucking terrible breakup, and, just things weren't good for me. I felt like I had been just essentially just stuck in a glue trap. And yeah, that really sucked. I just totally forgot to mention at this point. So 2022, Jodie Whittaker era had just ended. And obviously we all know that Jodie's era was kind of a mixed bag. I was on board when it started, but by power of the Doctor, I was essentially like, I don't think I'm gonna watch this show anymore. I skipped the Sea Devil one. I started it, and then I got to the scene where it freaking like anime jumps into the air, and I just turned the episode off because I was like, no. You don't do that to the Sea Devils after them being off the air since...
Fuck, Fury from the Deep, God!
Chat, is Fury from the Deep better than Legend of the Sea Devils? I don't know, I haven't seen Legend of the Sea Devils in full, but I've seen all of fucking that one. the one with that weird dog. At this point, I'm kind of checked out of Doctor Who. They'd already announced that David Tennant and Catherine Tate are coming back, and I'm like, okay, they were already back in audio. This isn't new. And then leaked images started. I'm like, okay, so what? Yeah. I was just checked out at this point, and I had no interest in really continue with Doctor Who. But I was still in all of these fan projects and fan communities, and I was, helping with other people's series and doing Photoshop projects, doing fucking covers for them, and I was just like, okay, at this point I feel like the internet's little monkey to do Dalek voices.
Say the line!
Luke Lane.
Exterminate!
Let's see here, what else do I have on my list? So pretty much, at this point I'm kind of like, I think I need to quit watching this show, and boy howdy, do I feel like that was the best decision I ever made. Now granted, I did watch the 60th anniversary specials because David Tennant was back. The fucking icon. And he's an ally too. Let's go! Fuck yeah! Actually, I met David Tennant and Jodie Whittaker, and I was wearing my rubber ducky Hawaiian shirt, and he complimented it, and I almost cried. Such lovely people. I wish I said something cool to him, but I think I just went... I need to rethink everything about my life right now. Anyways, we're coming to the end, I promise. So we're up to last year at this 2024. At this point, I'm no longer Luke Lane because I'm caught up in things I don't want to do. I've surrounded myself with people that I don't like. They don't respect me. They talk shit about me behind my back, even to my face. I was in a Zoom call once, and someone was just making fun of a project that I was a part of, and they didn't know I was a part of it, and I fucking called them out on it. That should have been where I blocked them, but it wasn't. My cat is crying. So at this point, the 60th anniversary happens, and I've just essentially checked out of the show. David Tennant and Catherine Tate did a fine performance, which is heartbreaking to say because they could have done so much better. Again, the writing. So we're reaching the end of the Daleks. So from about October of 2022, which was like the deepest pit of depression I've ever been in my life, and I made a fuck ton of mistakes, and I don't know if karma has forgiven me yet, but we'll figure it out later. But yeah, a lot of regrets. October 2022, a lot of regrets, but I got the people out of my life that I needed to get out of my life that month. So yeah, I knew they were fake from the beginning. I just continued to engage with them. Anyways, I've been recording for an hour. I feel like I've barely covered anything. This is amazing. So from October of 2022 about September of 2023, I hadn't picked up my microphone. It was still in my box. It was from when I moved back to Dallas. I hadn't pulled up my ring modulator at all, and I just didn't really want to have any business with it because I felt like because of all of the mistakes that I made, that there was no coming back from it. And I was just in a really dark place at that time, and I made a lot of mistakes, and yeah, I own up to them. I was a douchebag to a lot of people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's that. And at this point, I had pushed any voice actor urges that I had off to the side because I didn't feel like I deserved it. I didn't feel like I was worth it, having my name credited to a project at this point. And I just didn't like it. I didn't like voice acting. I didn't like the person that I was. And I was in a very self-destructive pit. So that does kind of bring me to this one section. I think from my performances from like September of 2022, like November of 2023, so that whole like 60th anniversary build up, I'm not caring about my voice acting performances, and it shows in the projects that came out between that time and that I recorded in between those times. I was just phoning it in. I was just trying to just get it over with and be done with it, and I didn't care about accuracy, which is something I did pay a lot of attention to whenever I was doing Dalek voices. Hell, MB and Homeland's finale. So when I did Operation Chimera, and what was the last episode's name? I'm so sorry. I'm gonna put it up, I promise. Mark, I'm so sorry. Where am I looking? There's the camera. I looked at the microphone like I was looking into the camera. I'm so sorry. So, I'm sorry, Mark. I've forgotten the title. I'll put it right here. Go check it out, because this was so much fun to be in. I remember for that one, the behind the scenes, I'm literally syncing my lines to the footage, and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs in my closet to get the perfect, like, Roy Skelton, Peter Hawkins voice from Genesis of the Daleks. And that was specifically what they asked for. And I was like, okay, you want Roy Skelton? I'll fucking give you Roy Skelton. And I remember putting all of my energy into just making this sound so good. Also, because this was one of the first times... No, this wasn't one of the first time I did it was in DDK Productions, when they were in the paintball location. That's what I meant to say. But that was the first time I ever played a Dalek in live action. Funnily enough, the first time I ever voiced a Cyberman in live action was also DDK. Thanks, DDK Productions! Oh my god! However, my first live action character was Staticus from Fractured Timeline. I had a poster of the Spark hanging in my bedroom. That I got it from Redbubble, but I took it down because something happened. Dude, fucking Moist Critical made a video on that. What the fuck? That's when you know you fucked up. Is if Charlie makes a video for you about you is what I mean, not for you. So I haven't actually talked a whole lot about the Cybermen because, well, granted, I voiced the Daleks more, but just. From what I remember voicing Cybermen, that was always so much fun to do. I've done it, DDK I already mentioned, but Earthshock Cybermen for Miles Taylor, formerly known as Tailored Vision. No, he's still known as Tailored Vision. What the fuck? What am I saying?
Systems reveal binary vascular system. This data correlates with cyber records. You are the Doctor.
Wish I could say it was a pleasure to see you again. I've got your legs up. Now come on, head to the lift before it closes.
The Doctor. Excellent.
The fuck? The amount of connections I have made from voicing Daleks and Cybermen. This is what I wanted to get to in the root of the video, but I feel like I've just gone on an autistic ramble, and I do apologize. If you've made it this far, I'll fucking send you a personal message as a Dalek. No, I won't. I will not hold up my end of the bargain. I'm so sorry. But if you did, thank you. I do appreciate it because you guys rock. God, there's 200 subscribers. Why? Why do 200 people want to see the fucking shit I post? Anyways, I know like 3 of them are my managers at work. So, yeah, with the Cybermen, it was always so tricky because, you know, Daleks, okay, I have to sound like this and do kind of a Nazi voice. But with the Cybermen, it was just, yes, I have just monotone throughout the entire one. And God, I remember the Cybermen I did it for DDK were so breathy because I was literally like, well, I can't do it with this microphone because it'll fuck up my actual mic. But like, oh wait, hang on. I actually do have my microphone that I can just swing over here. Well, here, I can do this. So yeah, I had it right here. Ha, you fools, you thought I was lying. But yeah, I literally had my mouth pressed right up to the fucking microphone when I was doing it. Because that's how I did it with the Daleks, and I thought, okay, well, Daleks and Cybermen have the same effect, I'm gonna just do it right here. And if they would have let me done another take, I would have fixed it. But I had already sent it, and by the time I realized how to actually do the Cybermen voice correctly, it was already uploaded, and I couldn't do anything about it. But you know what? It shows progression. And I think that's more important, to see where I started from and where I came from. And that's honestly why I do want to see that original audio series that I did with Brenton again, because that was where it all began. And yeah, so that's kind of been the past 10 years of me doing Daleks and Cybermen voices. It's been just like this video, a fucking roller coaster of, what, why? So thank you for sticking around. I do appreciate it. And to everyone that I've done the fucking screaming tin can Nazis and Tesla robots with people in them, to anyone that I've done those voices for, I genuinely do appreciate it, because I've made some irreversible connections. I've made a fucking shit ton of fucking burned bridges from doing all this, but you know what? It's great, and it's okay. Because for the past 10 years, I've been doing the Daleks and Cybermen voices. I've been treating myself like a Dalek and a Cyberman. I've been trapping myself, isolating myself, and just hating the world. Well, now I'm not. And because of that, I feel like it's best I put it behind me and I move on. And with that, I'm putting down the ring modulator for good. Regular voice acting like this, no problem. But Daleks and Cybermen specifically, I'm kind of done with. I'm putting a boundary there. And I've wanted to do this for a while. I wanted to do it back in 2022, but it didn't feel right to do it then. And it never felt right. But I think now, because it's been literally a decade, it's time to just move on. Because, okay, I'll be completely honest with you. I don't enjoy Doctor Who anymore. I enjoy the concept of Doctor Who, and don't get me wrong, there are still episodes that I love from the past, but I think I've just outgrown it. And 13-year-old Luke is actively throwing a temper tantrum wherever the fuck I put him. I don't fucking remember. Probably in the basement, I don't know, with the other things I have in there. Not other children, no, good lord. Anyways, but I feel as if I've grown. I know I can do more. I can be more. I have potential, and I want to put the amount of effort that I put into getting accurate Dalek voices and accurate Cybermen voices into just being a voice actor. As some of you might have seen, if you follow me on Instagram, at least you've seen that I changed my usernames entirely. What was my professional voice acting account is now my brand, L Squared Entertainment, and my personal one is now Hey It's Luke Lane VA, which is voice actor. I'm making that transition. So yeah, from this point forward in my life, not in YouTube time, because I know that there are projects that I've voiced the Daleks for that will be coming out after this video is posted. So it's kind of like Kevin Conroy. He died, and then things that he voiced in projects are still coming out. But I'm not dying. God, I can't believe that fucking three Batman actors have died in my lifetime. What the fuck? Come on, God, really? I'm not counting the ones with anti-Japanese propaganda. That's not Batman. No. Batman loves Japanese people. This video has gone off the rails. This is not what you signed up for, so we're wrapping it up. I would like to genuinely thank everyone for sticking around for the past 10 years, all 200 of you on my channel. I'm not sure what's next. Well, actually, no, I do know what's next, but that'll be a different video for a different day. This is more important. If you do want to do Dalek voice, I'm saying this like this is a fucking, like first responder job. If you want to be a hell diver, if you want to pursue voice acting and you want to pursue like a particular one-to-one impression of a certain thing, whether it be Daleks, whether it be Cybermen, whether it be that fucking thing, if you ever want to achieve anything, don't, because you suck. But seriously though, I don't know what I'm saying. What am I fucking saying? I'm losing my train of thought, and this video is awful, and I should not upload it, but I'm going to. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that don't let things consume your entire life. Because while I don't regret how things turned out, I do regret the journey. I mean, I think everyone has regrets in their life, and this is definitely where the epicenter of my regret. What am I talking about? Okay, what I'm trying to say is that if I didn't have struggles along the journey, I don't think that I would be where I am right now. I might be dead, I don't know. But basically, just thanks everyone for the past 10 years. Because whether we're still on good terms or not, doesn't matter. because you were a part of this path. You are a brick on the road that I walked. And I don't mean that in a I'm walking all over you way. I would like to specify. But I definitely appreciate your impact on my life. And I feel so good now that I am closing the chapter of this book. I feel like I'm actually just closing a whole book and I'm about to start reading another one, honestly. So, yeah. You will never see a Doctor Who audio series on this channel. If you do want me to voice Daleks or Cybermen in your thing, you're gonna have to pay me. That's all I'm gonna have to say on that. Unless you're part of that list I mentioned earlier. And if you don't know, shoot me a message. If you don't know where to shoot me a message, you don't know me well enough to even be asking that question, because no, you're not. You are not exempt. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap up this video, try to edit it in one night, because I'm recording this literally 10 minutes into April 15th. So yeah, I hope you like the new setup. This was a bitch to set up, my setup, and my Blue Yeti microphone is actually broken. I'm using it right now, but if I get too close from it, it'll sound super staticky, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. So yeah, I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, night, or if you're in space, I hope you're... if you're in space, why are you watching this video, actually, though? Like, that's weird. That would be cool, but that'd be weird. Yeah? Okay. Well, anyways, the video is over. You can go now. So yeah. Bye, everybody. Yeah.